Over the last week or so, I've been engaging with a lot more content that has doctors speaking on it than I have basically in the recent history. But one of the things that keeps coming up that I think is very interesting to discuss is the fact that a lot of them have talked about how when you exercise, it really doesn't burn that many calories for what it is. Just the basic idea of how much walking you have to do to burn off a 300 calorie donut is really, really hard to contend with. It's like, wow, that's a lot of walking. Like the time investment of walking versus the time investing of how long it actually takes you to consume the donut is crazy different. And that's accurate. But I think one of the things that's very important to talk about that I forgot about because I haven't been exercising enough recently, and I've been hoping this past week to start getting back into it and getting better about it, and I have for a week or so, is that when you actually exercise, one of the most important aspects of it is that it subconsciously lets your body know, hey, you're punishing yourself when you eat bad food. For example, one of my favorite things as sort of a punishment food that becomes so much harder to eat once you actually know you're going to have a workout near after is pizza. I love pizza, but boy oh boy, if I'm going to run and have to run a lot in the next day or so after I consume a large amount of pizza, it's going to make me think twice about at minimum how much I eat, and on top of that, if I go for it at all. The and I want to point out that I used the word subconsciously intentionally there. This is all speaking from personal experience, but I'm realizing as I've gone back through the points in my life when I have been exercising a significant amount, even without consciously thinking about it. And more so now, I am consciously thinking about what I eat. So hopefully, the foods I'm putting into my body are better on average than they've been in the past. But even when I wasn't thinking about the food and I was just adding in exercise, it became, it was a lot more difficult to choose the bad foods because it would make your workouts so much tougher. And I think that that's a subconscious thing slash emotional thing that you just have to understand is a part of being human, but is not something that is as easily measurable as saying calories in versus calories out, and how a certain amount of exercise really doesn't actually burn that many calories. That's true. But I think the more important part about it, now that I'm thinking about it more, is actually the part where it will basically tell you, yeah, you don't actually want to eat all that because it's going to make you feel horrible during your workout. And I think that's why working out's probably actually so important, because it just makes stuff look so much less appetizing. I think if I tried to do an intense workout to burn off, say, do a 2,500 calorie diet, but all of it was like fast food and none of the stuff that's even attempting to be healthy on a menu at a fast food restaurant, and still do an intense workout to make sure you get up to that 2,500 calorie mark that you need to burn off in a day just to maintain your weight, I think I could quickly realize just how bad that truly would be. Because on the other end, if you don't exercise at all, zero intentionality behind it, it's very easy to keep eating that junk food because of the fact that there's no subconscious part of you telling you not to. And that's why you've got to keep exercising. So hopefully that continues to motivate me into the future, recognizing that now, because I don't think that that's something that I recognized before now. And if you hadn't thought of it before, or you're thinking about starting exercising, or you do exercise and you just hadn't considered it, I hope it provided a new perspective for you. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day.